Hey guys, so something a wee bit different today. I've been missing the weeklies a lot, so I've decided to make up for it by coming to visit the street I grew up in, which is not in Grangemouth. I did not grow up in Grangemouth. I only moved there in 2016. This place is called Alva, and it's across the water. It's across the River Forth from Grangemouth. And right now, currently, I'm at the play park. Oh my god, there's like a big wasp. I'm at the play park that I grew up with, which has obviously changed a lot. I mean, it used to be a brown wooden fence with big triangular archways here. The swings look the same, only the swings themselves have changed, but I think that's the same swing bars there on the plane. And those steps look the same, but in the slide, but it used to be all different at the top. Yeah, so I've did a wee bit of a walk around my street already, and I grew up in flats similar to these, well, the same as these ones behind me, but not those ones. Mine's around the corner here, and there was like blue ones and red ones, and they had blue and red fences to go with it, but over time they've rotted away, and they've all been replaced with like these, like you can maybe see behind me, beige fences. I've got to watch because I'm filming people's houses. You know, this isn't it's not my flat anymore. It's someone else is living in all of this now. Right, so it's really awkward. Like you see those flats down there with the red stripe on them. That's the same as mine. So we're going to go in and have a wee quick look. And here's the Oal Hills. I used to have the most amazing view of these Oal Hills, literally looking out my window right onto them. But I'm just gonna quickly walk round the corner, do a wee another walk round past my flats, show you the building, the actual place I lived in quickly, and then I'll probably leave. Okay, so this is the back of the building I grew up in, and the front bit. Look at the hills though. So, this is the building I grew up in. You can actually see it here. This is where I grew up. And the one in the middle there with the blinds, if you can see it, is the one that I actually lived in. I think I've just went past it, but yeah. So I live in the red flats, and these are the blue ones that's next to them. And mind what I was saying about the fence. You can see over there is a wee bit of red fence left on one of the houses. It must be bought, that they haven't been able to take away. Yeah, let's just have another wee look at my building. That's the one I grew up in. So, yeah, I kind of just want to get back out now for lots of reasons. So, but yeah. So this is it, my building. Trying to get a thumbnail. And this bit here used to be all like jaggy bits of bush and that. If you went in, all the kids, like we all went in to play there, and would get cut up all the time. And I always said they should make it into like a nice greenery, and they finally have. Like they should put like a wee park or something in it, because the only park that's close to here is that little one I showed you at the start, and the other one's the big park that's away up the town. So, but yeah. But look at the hills. I mean, look at the view I used to have. Amazing. You can see the waterfall and everything. But yeah, so all the different feels, and then you know you don't know who's living there now, and it's a bit socially awkward as well. I think that's the thing that's made me most anxious, you know. about being back, because those flats are the type of flats that people don't stay in them long. They're kind of in and out of them, so you never know who's there or who's changed that's there. I mean, probably no one that I grew up with on that street's still there. All the old people will be dead because they were really old, and all the young people, a lot of them had already, like the couples and the families, they'd already moved or were moving just at the same time I moved away from there, which was 2006, when I went to live up the top end of Alva in a huge big building that's very famous in this town. So I went from looking at the hills to I was literally living up in them. And yeah, that was 2006. And then 10 years later, I left Alva completely to start in Grangemouth, start over again. And yeah, I've been there ever since, as you guys know, because I started my YouTube channel about a year later. So I've been on YouTube pretty much the whole time I lived in Grangemouth, but not any of the time that I lived in Alva. So, and Diageo with the Hormons is right over there in Menstrie, which is just down, it's the next town over. So I need to get across the road now. See, this zebra crossing and stuff, oh, this never used to be here, and those nice little benches and all of that. You know, they've spruced this town up a lot. I could walk up this way, I suppose. Like, this will take me up to like the back way. I'm actually going up to the top of the town anyway, to the cemetery, which is next to the Mhill building that I lived in. So I might just show you that quickly as well, seeing as we're doing this. So this is like the way up through the posh houses, I feel like. I used to come down this way a lot when I was out on my walks. So yeah, so there's not much more to see until we get further up, and then I'll show you where my old school used to be, which is now knocked down and the houses are on it. Yeah, I'm sorry that was a bit rushed back at the flats, but as I say, I was so awkward because you just don't know who's looking at their window, and they're going to be like, what's she doing, why is she filming, you know. It's very awkward. If it was a high rise or something, it would be different because not many people would see you, but they're very low down flats and they've got big windows, so I was really kind of in frame there. So I'm going to walk up to the back road, and then when we get along a bit, I'll show you where my old school was. I'll show you the other building I lived in, and that'll be that. We're back, and this is the War Memorial that's up the top of the park, and that's the big park there. So in a second we'll be coming up to the bit where my school used to be, my high school. Oh look, that used to be, see that little bit down there? Used to have a wee paddling pool and a big slide and a big sand pit, and that's all gone as well. And even the big park that I was talking about earlier in the video, most of that's gone, the big one that was back there. So there is no like huge swing park in this town for kids anymore. I don't know why, I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, I don't know what they're gonna do. But apart from that little one I showed you at the start of the video, and a couple of wee swingy things that's down there somewhere in what used to be the big public park, there's nothing. Unless there's been a new one built up the top of the town, I don't know about, or somewhere over that side of the town, but there's nothing. So right guys, down there where those houses are, we're going to go past it in a second. That's where my old school used to be. So here we're coming up to it, and these old railings, these old green railings here, were actually part of my old school. That's like one of the only, literally the only thing they kept. And all these new houses here, this entire scheme, is where my school was. That's amazing though that they've got these old green railings still here. They were at the back of the music department, which used to be right there where all these houses are. I'll show you. But where all these houses are, that was all the music and home ec department. And even these like grey and white houses here, they were all where the science and geography building were. It's busier here than I thought, and it's much more awkward doing this than I thought. It's much more easier to go around Grangemouth filming than it is here, and I don't know why. I think it's because I've not been here a while. There's a familiarity but unfamiliarity with the people. And now through here, these speed humps have always been here. This used to be the way you walked, and this was your geography building to your left here, science building. I'll try and put pictures and snippets in this video before I put it up to show you what these places were like. And over there was like the math building and the swimming complex, which are all gone now. It's all houses. So as you can see, it's just all new houses. Yeah, so yep. As I say, I'll try and insert pictures of my old school and show you, and the old play park as well, if I can find it, and the coloured fences at my flats, because they're still on Google Earth. They haven't updated it yet, so that's partly why I wanted to go, because Google Earth hasn't updated it, and I wanted to know why. It won't let you into the street to see the updated version, so I know now. It's just the fences that's changed. The flats are still there, so which is good. I wouldn't want my very first childhood home to be knocked down, you know, because my school's gone. The first colleges I went to are gone. I'm that old, everything I went to is knocked down. Oh, right guys, so we'll do the final part of the vlog up the top of the town at the next building that I lived in, the big mill up the hill. So I'll see you there. This is where the old infamous jail used to be. They used to hang people here back in the 1800s and stuff, and you'd see the old gallows still standing where the old jail used to be. All the ruins, but it's gone, and they've built these nice houses on it just at the bottom here. Well, there's a wee bonus. I do wish I could have got inside, because my original plan was to try and get inside the close to my flats that I grew up in, but it just got a wee bit overwhelming for a second. So maybe next time, now that I've done it once, next time I'll be a bit more mentally prepared for it, and I can take my time more, show you it a bit better, and actually get inside the stairwell. If I'm brave enough, I don't know after that, but alright, we'll see. Yeah. Okay guys, so I just need to walk up 2 massive hills to get to this building, and I'll see you there. This time I will see you there. Here's one big massive hill nearly at the top of, and then another one. I used to walk these in heels every night back in the day. It was easier walking up than down. Easier running, funnily enough, in heels. So we're just about to walk up the next big massive, well, it doesn't look that steep actually, but it is steep. And you can see already that the big building there, the big mill building that I lived in after I lived in those flats. But the school you seem to be out. I'm confused. Literally every school in Scotland comes out at a different time now, even ones that are in the same town. See, back in my day, you didn't get that. You were in at 20 to 9 and you were out at 10 past 3 every day. There was none of this one half day, one day you finish at 1 PM or 11 AM or 8 PM, I don't know anymore, but all this different timings every day for schools, you didn't get that in my day. Here we are guys, at the grand splendour that is Strood Mill, and this is where I lived. This is where I lived in my last years in Alva, before I came to Grangemouth. Oh yes, they do still have the bell in the window, like the original bell that was used. I don't know if you can see that because of the reflection. The original bell that was used back when it was a mill. The bell used to be away up in the steeple, away up there at the top, and it was recovered, thankfully. I used to live in that close there. I lived in 2 flats here. One here, you can actually see me pointing, on the 2nd, 3rd floor, and one across there on the same floor. One of them I lived in with my mum, the other one I lived in by myself. So, yeah. Here's the back of it. Hold on. Just want to make sure that... Well, it's okay, no one's here. Here's the back of the building. I used to just come here and sit and chill before I went into the flat at night after a stressful day out and about, doing whatever. I just come and chill and listen to the birds and the peace and the stillness and the bin shed. And that's Alva Glen in the hills. So look, I was literally living like right at the hills. Like you literally, unless you're actually in a farmhouse on the hills, you can't get much closer. And I witnessed avalanches hitting off the back of the building that would come down. I witnessed mudslides, countless wildfires, absolutely countless wildfires. But yeah, so there it is, Strood Mhill. Go over and see the sign. Strood Mhill. Sorry, this isn't going to be the best quality because I've had to do it like in selfie camera mode. Here's the beautiful Strood Mhill. Say bye bye. See the big steeple up the top where the bell used to be. Yeah, so forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I've had to do this in selfie camera mode, which wasn't the plan. I did think this out. I did want to come here. I knew I was doing it, but I've had to do it quite rushed. I think I've said that already. And with a lot more people around than I expected. Maybe because it's not raining for once. But, you know, people are around. I can't do nothing about that. I've just got to deal with it and try and navigate my way through it when I'm filming and hope I don't upset anyone. Which thankfully I don't seem to. So I try not to anyway. But, right guys, I'm going to the cemetery now, so I won't be doing the vlog there for obvious reasons. So I'll end it here with this lovely, beautiful Strood Mhill in the background and the hills. And I'll say I hope you enjoyed this. It was just a wee sort of channel filler till I can get back into some sort of routine with the weeklies. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Also, a nice view of the hills. The cemetery's literally along this road here, so not far. And then when I'm done there, I'll be heading, making my way back to Falkirk. So, yeah guys, hope you've enjoyed this. Not something I usually do on this channel, but I thought what the heck. So I've been planning to do it for a while, so I just thought I'd come and do it today. Well, I had the chance, well I had the excuse to come here, so yep, that's that big mill again. This, what I was talking about wildfires earlier, this part you can actually still see some of the scarring, and that's 14 years ago this happened. I looked out the window at Strood Mhill one night, I seen all my bedroom lighting up, I pulled back the curtains, whole hill was on fire. Like literally, and it caught fire to a little farmhouse roof that's along here. The farmhouse, it caught fire to that, the roof of that house there. You see it through the tree, and I've been in that house. I used to know the person that lived there. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. High ceilings, Victorian stuff, that kind of thing. But yeah, that was one epic fire, and I wish I could have filmed it. Like if I had the phones that I've got now back then, I would have filmed that definitely. But yeah, right guys, coming up for the entrance to the cemetery, so I'm going to say it one last time. Big salute, bye bye, hope you enjoyed this. And I will come back one day and do it a bit slower, a bit proper, do a walk through the town centre, like from start to finish when I've got my other phone that I usually use for recording, because it doesn't kill the battery and it's just overall better quality. But I've done what oh sorry guys, before I go I need to show you this. I've done what I can do today with this, because I wanted to do something while I was here at the cemetery. I wanted to do a wee vlog, but look at this view. Look at the view of the town from here. Like, it's incredible, you can see all the way down. This is like the highest part of the town that's on the foot of the hills. That's why they call it the Hill Foots. That's what this place is known as, the Hill Foots. It's part of the Forth Valley, but it's known as the Hill Foots. I'm sorry you're getting some of the cemetery in here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but just want to show you the actual beautiful view and how high it is here. Right, guy, so we'll leave it there this time, and I'll say bye. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll hopefully see you on Friday for the weekly.